everybody. It's Math Monday, and I'm super excited for today's lesson. Let's look at our calendar for week number 4. How awesome is that? It says do a number of the day page. What is that? Let's jump over to number of the day page. Here's what we've got. This is what the page looks like. Mr. Simonson is not going to use this paper, and instead I've recreated it on my whiteboard to go through it with each person, okay, so that you can follow along with me. What we're going to be doing first is we're going to be picking a number of the day, okay. What we normally would do for fourth quarter is we would do a number of the day, and we would talk about each number of the day based on what number of the month that we're in, okay? So we're not going to do that for this month. Today it's the 27th, and that's a pretty large number for us, and having this be kind of our first time in Mr. Simonson's class kind of really talking about the number of the day, we're just going to do a number that's close to half of that instead, okay? So what we're going to do for our number of the day is I'm going to be using my whiteboard, and I've pretty much recreated it without all the directions because I'll just go through it with you. Okay, so for our number of the day today, I'm going to use the number 13. Okay, 13, what we need to do for today, the date, if it was April 13th, we would have used that number. Today's the 27th, and with this being such a large number for kindergartners, we're not going to go with 27. But this is something for parents to definitely use every single day starting May 1st. That would be an awesome idea. And there's a PDF that's attached to Class Dojo's website for our class, so definitely look at that if you would like to be able to have a blank copy of this to print off for each day that we have remaining of our school year. Okay, so today is 4-27-2020. Okay, the time right now, time is actually not something we cover in kindergarten. That's something that you cover in first and second grade in depth. But the time that I'm doing right now, this video, it's 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m. It's actually 8:00. Okay? So have mom or dad help you out with the time that you are doing this worksheet. And try and match up. We know on our clock at school we have 2 arms. The big arm is pointing to the hour, and the little arm is pointing to the minute. Or they might be backwards. I can't quite remember at the moment. But our number of the day is 13. So let's think about that number. I'm going to jump down to the 10 frames here. Okay? And that's going to kind of help me out with some of these other parts here. So let's fill it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're already at 10. How many more to get 13? 11, 12, 13. So I have 10 and how many more? Ones, that's right. We're using ones because the 10 frame is now full. That's a full bundle of 10. And then these are just, it's not a full 10 frame, so we're still counting in ones. So I have 1 10 frame that's full, and I have 3 ones, 3 dots extra. Okay, so 1 10 frame and 3 ones that are extra. Okay. This question, odd or even, is the number 13 odd or even? Okay. Well, let's find out. How would we determine if it's odd or even? Well, I know an easy way to do this. Again, something that we cover more in depth in first grade and definitely in second grade. But for this video, we can do it now. I'm going to use a blue marker and I'm going to count anything that comes out in blue, that number is going to be odd. Okay? And so I start counting at 1 on the 10 frame. 0 would be an empty 10 frame. So 0 is not a number that we're going to count for this. Okay? So 1 is odd. 2, I skip. 3, skip. 5, 6, skip. 7, skip. 8, 9, skip 10. I jump to 11, skip 12, 13. So 13 was circled in blue. So yes, that means that 13 is odd or even. I said if it was going to be circled, that it would be an odd number. So that means that my number 13 is an odd number. Okay? Now, the question leading over here, these boxes, it says, what comes before? So I'm going to start actually in the circle with the number 13. And I'm going to count backwards. Okay? And if we remember our number line, a number line, we can go horizontal this direction, back and forth, or we can go up and down. But it looks like our number line is horizontal, so I'm going to count backwards from 13. So going back 1 is 12, 11, and then we end at 10. So I can count up 10, 11, 12, 13. This next one, it says a number bond. A number bond. This is, again, something we cover in fourth quarter a lot more in depth as it connects to writing equations. Number sentences is another way that we say it. So the number bond is a great idea to use when you're practicing your equations. We put our number in the box, in the square, and then these two bonds coming off of that number, that means that this is a number and this is a number that we put together to get us to 13. The cool thing about number bonds, the bigger the number, the more combinations you can do. Okay? So I'm going to use the combination from up here, the tens and ones combination. Well, I said that there was one group of 10, so I'll write 10. And then there's how many left over? How many ones to get to 13? That's 10 and 3 more. So 10 plus, we can kind of add this in. We can say 10 plus 3 is 13. And that's true. Because we can count 10, 3 more. 1, 2, 3 gets us to 13. 10 plus 13. Okay? I could switch it out. I could do a different combination. I could say, maybe we'll start with 5. Okay? How many more to get to 13? Well, if here's 5 on this top row here, let's count up how many more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that would mean 5 plus 8 is 13. That's another number bond. Okay? Well, you can do this all day with so many different combinations. Definitely practice that. Lots of fun. Okay, we got 2 more sections. This section here says tally marks. Number of the day in tally marks. Well, let's do that. I love counting with tally marks. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. When I get to 4, I don't just keep adding lines. When I hit 4, to make 5, I have to go a gate. That's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So how many gates do we have? That's right, we have 2. We have 1 here, 2 here. Is this a gate? Not a gate. It's not full yet. So we have 2 groups of 5 and 3 left over. So we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. The last part, it says, how many number sentences can you write for the number of the day? So on this bottom section, you get to practice writing equations, number sentences, okay? For our number today of being 13. We can use this number bond practice that we were doing to write our equations on the bottom, okay? So I'm just going to do the two that I practiced with you. There are so many more combinations. How many can you come up with? So I said my first one was 10 plus 3 equals 13. I said 5 plus 8 equals 13. How many others are there? There's so many. Okay? I could say, we'll do one more, you and me. Promise. But don't tell anybody. We'll do one more. Let's go with the number 12. 12 plus how many more gets me to 13? How many more do I need to get from 12 to 13? That's right. Just one more. So 12 plus one more gets me to 13. I just came up with 3 for us. I'm going to leave the rest for you. There's many, many, many more. Okay? All right. That is our Math Monday lesson for today. Our story that we are going to read today, one of my favorites, The Pigeon Wants a Puppy. I really do, he says. The pigeon wants a puppy. Oh, hello. How are you? I'm fine, thanks for asking. By the way, do you know what I want? He always wants something. What I've wanted forever? At least since last Tuesday. A puppy! Puppy, puppy, puppy! Who else wants a puppy? Oh, don't worry, I'll take care of it. I promise I'll water it once a month. Wait a minute, that sounds more like a plant than a puppy. What? Everybody knows that puppies need plenty of sunshine and water. Is that true? Oh, I get it. You don't want me to be happy, do you? You don't want me to take a piggyback ride on my puppy? Or play tennis with it? You just don't understand. I'm a puppy-loving pigeon. Ah, puppies. I want a puppy right here, right now. Is that the best way to talk to somebody? Woof! What's that? Woof, woof! Is it possible? Have my dreams come true? Woof! Ah! Why is the pigeon screaming? It's huge! The teeth, the hair, that wet nose, the slobber, the claws. I mentioned the teeth, right? Really, I had no idea. Guess he doesn't want a puppy after all. I changed my mind. Whew. I want a walrus. The end. Thanks for coming by today. Have a great rest of your Math Monday, and I'll see you again on All Things Thursday, where we are going to be using a deck of cards. All Things Thursday, we're going to be learning a card game. See you then. Have a great day. Bye.